Hello. Today I'm designing a wooden table using Fusion 360 with actual designs. So this is a beginner friendly project. So let's build step by step, no long talk. So this is what we are designing, and this is how it's looking. So we are going to start with the legs. So from there we'll be able to join. It looks as if, oh, I'm the one not seeing well. It looks as if there's something you're holding that is flat. Maybe I'm sure it to be an anchor that is joining the two pieces together. So let's first do the leg. So the leg is about 4 by 4. Okay, the measurement is in inches. So let's just do that. So we come here, we change that to inches. Then I don't set it automatic, so I can change at all times. So 4 by 4. That is 4 by 4 inches, and the height is about 28 inches. But we know that from here to here is what 4 inches. So subtract 4 from 28. We are going to get what 24 inches. So let's get started. I'm going to use how is this looking? Okay, let me see. I'm going to use this plane, the front, the front plane. I think I want to see the tabletop, so I'm going to use the top plane. Yep. So I'm going to draw a square of, I don't start from the middle. So I'm just going to input the values 4 inches by 4 inches. That's what we have. We finish sketch. The main important thing about this is that you have to be doing extrusion. So from there we extrude by 24. Then we have a new body. So let me zoom. So this is what we have now. So we have one side of the leg. So the other thing too is that we are supposed to get this side of the leg, but the distance is what we are supposed to know. So what we know is that the distance from here to this side is 59 inches. So let's go and let's work on that. But before that, I want to recreate the leg again. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create, I'm going to use a function that is called the move or copy. So I don't want to create multiple legs. So I just want to copy. So I select this one. So see somebody. Then I go to create copy. So I want it to move in this direction. So I want it to move in this direction. So I'm going to use this arrow. So the distance I'm going to have is going to be negative. So since it's moving in that direction, it's going to be negative 59. Okay. So this is what we have. But we have to come to measure and see if the distance from that side to that side is the 59. So we are seeing the distance to be what? 55. Do, do you understand why it's 55? So if from inside to inside here is 59, because we need factor this 4 into it, so that means you have to add extra 4 to it. So we are going to undo that. Let's create move. So we do this. You see, I didn't create this thing, so that's why it's moving. So let me do that again. So I go to move, I click on it, create copy, then negative. So 59 minus 59 plus 4 is going to give me negative 53. So let's measure the distance now. So we have from this side to this side. So we have a 59. Sorry, it's supposed to be 59. So let's do that again. Yeah, I'm just doing this because in real life, this is what basically I'll be doing. So I did a mistake, so let's do that again. So let's create a copy. No, okay. So 59 plus 3, that is going to be give me what 63. So negative 63. This is the first video I recorded. I didn't really use real measurement. So in this video, I wanted us to use real measurement in this video. So we have our 59 now. Beautiful. So now let's look at the next step. The next step is to draw this bar. This so it's called apron. So yeah, apron. So another thing you can name your bodies. So yes, I can rename it to leg. So leg one, leg two. So anything you want to name, you can name it. So let's draw our apron. Our apron is about wow. We've done another mistake, so I have to go back. So the whole thing has to be 28. So basically, I don't need to go back really. So I just come to edit feature. So instead of here, I do 48, 28, 28. Because that's what we have here. The whole length from here to here is 28. So that's what we have here. So let's measure this. So measure 28. So whatever I do to the one side will affect the other side. So now let's come to this face. We go to create sketch. So even though you are viewing it this way, it will be drawn on the second one. So never make a mistake that you are drawing on the first one. You can see there's a gap here, there's a gap here, and there's another gap here. So since the dimension is 1 inch, so I'm going to presume this side is 2 inch, 1 inch, then 1 inch. So this is what we are going to do. So I'm going to start from here. So let's say I'm going to do about here. That side is 4 inch by 1 inch. But the distance from here to here, I'm going to do that 2. Then we finish the sketch. Comment. Then put it in the view for you to see. So I hope you can see this. So from there, we click on the surface. Now we extrude. So I can just tap on the surface to go to the surface, and I do new body. So let's see here. This is what we have here. Okay. So the next thing for us to do is draw the other part. So the other part, we saw that from this side to this side was what 23 inches. So that means we are going to add 4 to it. So I'll get 27 because I'm going to create copy and move. So let's go to this function, copy and move, and we select the body. I select this body. Now I'm moving in the X direction. You see, I didn't create copy. Immediately you don't create copy, the whole object will be moving. So yeah, this thing I don't need you now, so you go and rest. Yes, okay, here. So I click on this, I click on this, and I click copy. Now remove. Okay, yeah, I move backwards because of how I'm drawing the plane. I'll send it backwards. So we are doing 27. So we are doing 27. So I've sent it back, and there's the plane we have now. So now let's measure our distance. So we have from here to here 23. And the same distance we have here, so we have 23 inches. So good. Now we are going to work on both sides and this side. So because the plane is not together, so I don't know, let's give it a try. So let's connect this face. Let's create a sketch here. Then so the sketch 4 by 1 inch. Then the distance, it has to be away from the edge of the table. So this and this. So I'm going to get about how many? 2 inches here, 2 inches there. So once I'm done, I finish sketch. I go to my home view. Then I move extrude. So I turn the view for me to see well. I just touch here. Then new body. Okay. So is it coming alike? Okay. So because we we are not giving the measurement for this side and this side, we are going to assume it's the same as this. So we are going to draw on this side. So create a sketch. So I'm going to draw. Going to draw. I didn't enter the measurement, so I have to draw it again. Also, to delete, just double click and press the delete key on your keyboard or the backspace. So 4 by 1 inches. So let's find a distance from here to here. Let's skip distance from here to here, 2 inches. We can mirror whatever I've drawn here, but it's going to take me some time to find the midpoint. So let me just continue from here. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you're enjoying what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So we do this. So to regular. So now let's finish sketch. Home view. So you select this, click on extrude, select this. So you notice that I'm not entering dimensions because I want everything to be exact. So I'm not entering dimensions when it comes to the part that will be extruded unless for some extreme cases. So this is what we have now. And if you check here, so this is what we have now. So we have to now insert 1, 2, 3 in it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to first divide the 59. I'm going to first divide the 59 here by 2. So that is going to give me about 29.5. So I'll come here and create sketch. So I don't need this type of line. So I'm going to use the construction lines. So I'm going to use that to create my markings. So I have my 59. So from my midpoint, so I have a line from my midpoint. I have a line from my midpoint. Then I've drawn another line from here to here. And I have my midpoint here. I'm going to draw the box from here to here. I'm going to leave a mark here. Mhm. So this is what I have now. So since I've gotten that, I'm now going to draw my lines. So that's going to be 1 inch. I'm going to have 4 inch by 1 inch. So I'm going to assume that's the middle. If not, I'll find another way of creating it in the center. Okay, let me measure from here to here. So let me do that 29. Yeah, 0.5, 0.5 should be 29. So I don't need this to be in a dotted line. So I'm going to turn it off. So I have a visible line. Then I have from here to here. Mm, I believe this. Won't draw it again. So about 4 by 1. And I'm going to measure the distance from this side to this side. Measure again from here to this side. So we are going to have, let me say 14. So 14 is too far. So 14.5 is too far. So 14.25. Okay, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. That let me draw the next one. So that's going to give me 4 by 1. Now first change this and create a regular line. So I have this. So now I have to find the center. Hmm, distance 14.25. Okay. So we go to finish sketch. Review home. So I click on the extrude, select the part, select the part, select the part. I don't want to enter the dimension, so I just tap on the surface. New body. Okay. I hope you are getting it. Mm, what they have here, I'm not really understanding what they have there. Do I thought I knew it to be a type of joint, but let's work on the top part. Um, so the top part is giving us 74 inches by 36.114. So, all right. So let's create sketch. So the sketch is going to be on top of this. So the whole thing is 72. By 36.1 bracket open 36.1 divided by 4 So that's what I think it means. Okay. So since we've gotten that, it's like the alignment is not aligning. So what we are going to do is this. We're going to delete and redo it again. 22, 2. Okay, that's what we have now. So that's what we have now. So we finish sketch. We go to home. I want to extrude the whole layer. So the whole layer is about 2 inches. Whole layer is about 2 inches. The whole layer is about 2 inches. So this is what I'm going to do.